Hello, this is Dr. Bradley. Welcome to Bradley Chiropractic Nutrition Center's podcast number 3. So today I want to talk to you about my profession. The chiropractic profession can be an interesting one, and I know a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about chiropractors and are afraid of chiropractors or swear they'll never see a chiropractor. And I want to just address some of the reasons I think that has occurred over the past 100 years with the profession and in our society, because a lot of it is justified in my opinion. And I'm going to give you some examples of why I say that, and we're going to talk about my opinion of the profession and how I practice what I do, and why I think a lot of chiropractors have changed the way they practice, and there's a paradigm shift occurring in the profession. So let me start by saying that when I was in chiropractic college, I wanted to expose myself to as many different techniques and philosophies and ideas that there were, because I wanted to learn and I wanted to be the best chiropractor that I could be. So there are many different techniques and approaches in the chiropractic profession. When it comes to just the art form of manipulation, there are many techniques that are used, and there's really over 100 different techniques in the chiropractic profession. Now, chiropractic is a science, an art, and a philosophy. The science of chiropractic is pretty sound. Joint manipulation has its place in reducing pain, in correcting problems such as disc bulges and nerve issues and pressure on nerves. And it certainly has its place as part of the triad of health in getting somebody structurally sound so that they could be healthier. But it has, unfortunately, in many of the philosophies or the philosophical approaches, they have really stopped short there. They've only focused on the structure of the triad of health. And when I talk about the triad of health, which I've discussed in the past, what that means is, in order for a person to truly be healthy and to reach a natural, optimal state of health, there's a triangle that is exemplifying what that is. And there's 3 sides to a triangle. So one side is your structure, one side is your nutrition, and another side is your emotional health. So all 3 of those things, if they are adequately strong and working properly, and you have 3 equal sides to a triangle, you're going to have a healthy person. But a lot of people in the chiropractic profession, especially in the earlier years, they just focused on the structure and believed that if you took care of the structure, everything else would take care of itself, and a person could, allow their innate ability to heal to come out and overcome disease. So I have not found that to be true. I have found that structure is important, but it's not the only thing you need to focus on if you're going to aid people and allow them to get healthier and overcome disease processes. Now, I will say this, and let me preface everything I'm going to say by saying this. I myself believe this, and most chiropractors that I have ever met believe this. We do not believe that we can cure anybody of anything. What we do believe is that we can aid a person's body to get healthier so that they are able, at that point, to overcome diseases on their own. So we allow the body to strengthen itself. This is a holistic view, to strengthen itself from the inside out. And then if you get healthy structurally, nutritionally, emotionally, then you can overcome disease. But we don't ever want to hold ourselves out as somebody who, I can cure this, I can cure somebody of this, and cure somebody of that. I would never say that, and most chiropractors I've ever met would not say that. But I have heard chiropractors say that if you get structurally aligned and you just get under chiropractic care, that you can overcome diseases. And I'll give you an example of something that was said to me years ago that really made me take a step back and just say to myself, wow. When I was in chiropractic school, I was in between my first and second trimester, and I was standing in line to pay my tuition for the next semester. And I was standing behind an upperclassman who I didn't know, but we struck up a conversation. He's a very nice guy. And we just started talking about chiropractic, and he was really excited to almost be done and start his practice and get out into the world. And make a long story short, he says to me, did you know that with chiropractic care, a person can, get over AIDS or heal themselves of AIDS? And I just looked at this guy and I said, you're out of your mind. There's no way. First of all, AIDS is an incurable virus. We all know that. And, he was just out of his mind. But there is a certain amount of people in the profession who do think that way. They think that if you are structurally aligned and you get chiropractic care and your spine is in perfect alignment, that your body will be able to overcome cancer, AIDS, heart disease, diabetes, whatever the case may be. And it's crazy. I admit, I know it's crazy. And there are those people that hold themselves out that way. And in my opinion, it's given the profession a very bad name. So if a chiropractor who has this philosophy listens to this podcast, they're going to go nuts and think that I'm the worst thing that's ever happened. But I've never believed that. I don't find it to be true, and I don't think most people do. So I'm just trying to speak the truth as I know it. I had another experience where a upperclassman chiropractor had a technique that's called a hole-in-one technique or upper cervical technique. And he believed, and this is another technique within the profession that believes that really the only bone in the spine that you need to adjust is the top vertebrae. It's called the atlas. And I had met this guy in a gym, and I had some knee pain at the time, and he saw me kind of limping and hold my knee, and he says, hey, what's going on? I said, well, my knee hurts. He says, well, I can help you get over that. And I said, okay, what would you do for that? He says, well, I'm an upper cervical practitioner, and, I think we just need to get your atlas aligned, and I'll take care of that problem for you. So I figured, I don't believe that to be true, but I'll let this guy, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I could get treated for free because he was a clinic doctor and I was a student. So I said, okay, I'll take you up on your offer. What do I need to do? He says, well, come see me 3 times a week for a month and I'll get rid of your knee pain. I said, okay. So I went and did that. So this guy 3 days a week, put me on my side, does this real specific adjustment to my atlas. And that was it. I did that 3 times a week for 4 weeks. Never changed my knee pain. And I saw him at the end of that last week, that 4th week, which would have been the 12th visit. And I said, well, I guess that's it. And he goes, well, yeah, is this the end of the 4 weeks? I said, yeah. He says, well, how you feeling? I said, no different. Knee feels the same. I said, but thank you for, your service. And I left it at that. Well, that was a lesson for me because, and I believed it at the time, but it really set it in stone for me. If you have an issue like I did with your knee, you really need to look at the muscular balance around that joint. And for me, I knew the issue was I had quadriceps that were tight. I had weaknesses in the hamstring. I had a restriction in my hip. And I had to really learn a specific set of stretching exercises and strengthening exercises and rehabilitative exercises that I had to put my body through to get over that ailment. And there was no way that just adjusting one bone on my spine was going to fix that problem. So I took all these things as lessons and ways to learn how to be a better chiropractor. And those are all experiences that have led me to where I am now, and this is the reason I practice the way I do now. But I think that these things do give the profession a bad name, and I want to just say that there are chiropractors out here in the world who don't have these wacky philosophies, and do believe and have sound approaches to chiropractic, and working with people that work and that make sense. And once again, it takes me back to what we were talking about: structure, or structural health, structural alignment through chiropractic and proper exercise and proper stretching and strengthening, and being very detailed about it, which is what we do in this office. Having sound nutrition, okay? Making sure you're eating right, eating the right foods for yourself, eating healthy foods, avoiding processed foods, things that we all should know, but many people don't. A lot of people just don't know what to eat. So we really try and aid people in eating properly and taking specific nutritional products based on laboratory testing so that we can take the guesswork out of it. So structure, nutrition, and emotional health. Now, I'm not a psychologist, so I don't really get into that a lot, but I do definitely coach people about how to just be more positive and overcome some of the things that are experiencing in their life. And if there's an issue, we're going to refer them out. If somebody needs to see somebody who is a professional psychotherapist or psychologist, then that might be important. But your emotional health is a very important part of your well-being. And if it's not in alignment, and if it's not where it should be, you could be structurally aligned and nutritionally healthy, but you're still going to have health issues. So I don't want to go into that too much more, other than just to say that really the triad of health is our approach here. And I wanted to kind of set the record straight, because I know that the chiropractic profession does have sort of a tainted image. And like I said, for some reasons it's deserved, and for others it's not. But I wanted to comment on the reasons I think it has been deserved in some manner and shed some light on that. So if you're seeking a chiropractor, make sure you talk to them and get a little understanding of what their own philosophy is, and make sure that it's something that makes sense to you, so that if you get under their care, you're going to be seeing somebody who's going to be able to help you get out of pain if that's what you're seeking, or if you're seeking to just get to a healthier state, make sure it's somebody that really has the tools to get you there. So I want to thank you for listening. Hopefully you found this information informative and helpful. And until next time, I'm yours in health, Dr. Bradley. Take care. Bye-bye. How long was that?